Even in English Bibles, we don't get the word Satan in Genesis 3. And that's because the Hebrew term for Satan is Satan. It doesn't show up in Genesis 3. It's never used. In fact, you never get the term Satan applied to the serpent, Nachash, that's the Hebrew term for serpent in Genesis 3. You never get those two terms married to each other in the Old Testament. Speaking of Eden, the Satan figure in Job 1 and 2 really isn't the devil. Hebrew does not attach the definite article, that's the word the, in front of a proper personal name, and neither does English. So I'm not the Mike. I wouldn't talk about myself as the Mike. Every time the word Satan occurs, it has the definite article. So it's ha-Satan, the Satan. That tells you it's not a proper personal name. It's not a specific entity. Satan as a noun means adversary, that's true, but it could also mean something like challenger or someone who looks around for people who are obeying or disobeying God and then reports on them. Okay, I'll let you do anything to Job that you want to do other than kill him, because we have to keep him alive so that his integrity will become known. And I'm going to let you do whatever you want because I don't want you coming back here and saying, oh yeah, Job would have folded if you'd let me do this. No, do whatever you want. And we'll see who's right. This isn't the devil. So the question is, well, why does this term, Satan, get applied to the serpent of Genesis 3? Well, just think about it. In the Old Testament, this term is never applied to the enemy. As time goes on, in the intertestamental period, it occurred to someone, you know that serpent figure back there? He really was hostile to God and to humanity. He's God's adversary. He stood and opposed God. Let's use the word Satan to describe that dude. And by the time you get to the New Testament, this is 400 or 500 years later, it has become on its own a proper noun. So you get a figure who's named Satan. So you have capital S Satan running around doing stuff, and the New Testament associates that figure with the serpent of Genesis 3.